Welcome to the Mirror Mirror Challenge, hosted by Crystal from The Crafty Creech and Jenna from Junk Princess Furniture Designs. Crystal hosts the Unique Antique Challenge as a regular thing, and when one person wins, that person gets to choose the theme for the next one. Jenna says she's been inspired by the Flippin' Bunch. So in this challenge, participants are challenged to recreate or mimic a piece of furniture that's been done by one of the Flippin' Bunch, and that would be Kat from Owling Dog Designs, Dar from DIYs by Dar, of course Crystal from The Crafty Creech, and myself from Statement Designs, Levon. So the question is, who am I going to mirror? I looked at DIYs by Dar's channel. Dar is kind of a maximalist. All of these videos say maximalist, maximalist. We all know she is. I've got that in me too, but it's not my main thing. I looked at Kat from Owling Dog Designs channel, and I admire Kat's restoration videos. Her skills in the restoration field, it takes so much patience to do what she does. So that's not me. I did, however, consider recreating an Art Deco design that she did on a little high chair. I don't know. Then I looked at Crystal's channel. Crystal and I have done a lot of things similar, like we both do whitewashes sometimes. We both have used transfers and molds. But challenges are all about challenging yourself. An area where I'd really like to challenge myself in is drawing by hand. So I'm going to take on Crystal's DIY Rust project and see how it goes. Crystal started with a dresser that wasn't in great shape. She painted it, and then she did sort of a rust treatment on it, and then she did a hand drawing in chalk of her octopus. Then she began the hand painting. So that's my challenge, and my first challenge is to find a dress or similar.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at lots of octopuses. Or is that octopus eye? Anyway, I'm not going to do a dresser. I'm going to use a trunk because I have it in my inventory. Inside this trunk is full of empty model railroad, model train boxes, accessories, and stuff like that. So I'm going to see if my cousin wants them because he's really into railroad stuff. But it's all vintage, so I think somebody would want it. I've had this piano hinge for a while, and believe me, I've gotten my mileage out of it. It literally came off of a piano. I'm going to use it to attach the lid to this box so I can make it hinged. So I need to remove one of the long sides of the pieces that go around the edge of the box. That way I can put that hinge in, and the other three sides will just come down over the box like they did before. I'm just gently tapping. They're nailed in, but I do think there was some glue as well. Seemed like they were really glued in down at the edges, but it came off pretty easily. It took a few minutes to work with it, but I got a screwdriver in there too, but it came off. Safety first, I'm taking out all those old nails so nobody gets hurt. I was thinking I needed that piece, but I'm not going to need it after all. But at least we'll be safe. I got a really good bargain on these cast iron feet.
$24.99 was the original price for for each of them, and I got all four of them for about that price. So I'd say that was a score. The bottom was 3/4 inch plywood, so I was just able to screw it right into the bottom, and now I have some very sturdy legs on the bottom of this trunk. Next, I attached the lid that I had removed that back from using the piano hinge. I was going to remove these side handles and repurpose those pieces of wood as sort of a support for the lid, but they were on there pretty solidly, so I decided to let them alone and just leave them on there and do something else for the support for the lid. I cut a piece of trim the length of the box, and that is what I'll use to put inside there, and that will really help that lid. I'm sure it would be okay without it, but I just would like to be on the safe side. I used glue and the nail gun to attach it. The top was a heavy 3/4 inch thick, and the sides were only a 1/4 inch thick, but they were supported in the corners. I just had to use two different sizes of screws in order to get all of the screws not to go through the other side. Yay, so that works. Now I need to be able to support the lid so that it won't fall down if it's being held open. I had some trials and errors while doing this part, so I didn't film this whole thing. I tried a different kind of hinge and then I went back to this one. I like this one because it locks in place, so you don't have to worry about the lid just slamming down on you. Although while I was attaching it, I had it propped with kind of a broom handle and the lid fell down on my arm. So that was fun. And now I am drilling some holes to attach a piece of hardware. I got this really cool drawer pull one time at a yard sale, and I used it on another piece, and I think it's just perfect for this piece as well. I think I still have one more left. I'm not attaching it yet. I just want to get it ready so that after I'm done painting, I can just put it right on. Next order of business is to fill up some of these little chips that have occurred at the base of the piece and around the top. And I'm just going to use some Dixie mud and brown to fill those holes. The next day I return and sand those areas where I put the mud on, and then I clean the entire piece to prep it for painting. Time to paint, I used Dixie Belle's vintage duck egg to coat the entire piece. You can purchase Dixie Belle paints on my website at www.statementdesigns.org. I painted that little piece of trim on the inside that I used to support the lid, and then also the inside of the lid as well. To simulate the rust on Crystal's piece, I use Van Dyke Brown glaze from Dixie Belle. I use a small amount in the mister bottle to get it to drip. I don't let it drip on the lid, only on the box portion. Although I do wet the brush at times just to move the paint. keep misting it to get the paint to drip. You can see close up how the paint moves when you simply mist it. You don't even have to touch it with a brush. I use Iron Orchid Design stamps to spell out "Under the Sea" for a little surprise inside the lid. Using Dixie Belle's cottage door color and this new zebra brush that I love for hand painting, I am just going for it. I'm not even chalking it out. I'm just going to start painting. It's a little scary, but it's also fun.
I keep referring back to Crystal's picture and then to a screenshot that I had saved of an octopus so that I had both things to reference. The photo had, I guess, a little more realism, while Crystal's kind of had made him really likable. It was kind of more of a character, and he looked kind of cute as opposed to the real thing. But I was surprised at how much that they looked alike, meaning I didn't know they were really kind of that color. So that just goes to show you how much time I spend in the deep blue sea. Once I got inside, I used a portion of a stencil because I wanted a little something in there to cover up some of the printing on the plywood. I didn't really mind the plywood, but there was just some red printing that I wanted to disguise. So I just stenciled over it. So I'm channeling my inner cat right now, trying to match some wood grain. It's not going so well. I could have left well enough alone, but I guess my nod to Dar and her maximalism aesthetic is my need to do a little decoration on the inside. I guess I have a little bit of that maximalist in me as well. So, do you remember what this trunk looked like before, and also Crystal's inspiration that I am trying to mimic or mirror? And here's how my version turned out. Let me know in the comments how you like it, and please watch all of the other videos that are in this playlist. Thanks so much to Crystal and to Jenna for hosting this challenge. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Find us on the web at www.statementdesigns.org and on social media as Statement Designs. Stay well.